Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, it seems that not only Fano fighters but Amhara artists have also decided to criticize the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, PM Abiy. Episode of a popular Ethiopian sitcom is being seen as strong criticism of Ethiopian PM Abiy's ambitions, especially regarding Red Sea. Details for you. Secondly, Wolkait the interim administration has written a letter to Ethiopian Electricity Authority. What is this letter about? Thirdly, Eritreans, Brigade Nhamedu opposition members have been participating in relief operations in Israel in support of Israeli people, Israeli forces, since the start of the war between Israeli military and Palestinian fighters around 10 days ago. And we know that before that, dozens of these Brigade Nhamedu members and pro-Eritrean government Eritreans had been arrested by Eritrean government after a deadly clash between Eritrean communities in Tel Aviv, and a trial was underway. It seems that Israeli government has given relief to Brigade Nhamedu members who have been released after seeing the Brigade Nhamedu's participation in community work, it seems. Let's start with the news story from Ethiopia about an artwork which seems to be criticism of Ethiopian people. By the way, Amhara artists or pro-Amhara, if not Amhara, pro-Amhara artists, singers, performers have been criticizing the government, criticizing government's positions. And we've seen songs from Teddy Asfao, who sang about Addis Ababa, who sang about government's performance a few months ago. I read videos on that, and some other singers too. So art, culture is used for sending political messages in Ethiopia. It's not something new. And Amhara people are known for using art as a tool to further their messages or agendas, whatever people call it. A popular Ethiopian sitcom, its recent episode is being seen as criticism of Ethiopian PM Abiy. Name of the sitcom is Litazez. Litazez's latest episode shows two characters, Ayal Kabate and Sandan. Ayal Kabate is shown as a man who is very ambitious, and Sandan is a character which just blindly follows, praises Ayal Kabate. This latest episode seems to be a criticism of PM Abiy's ambitions, especially regarding the Red Sea. Who is Sandan? Who is he representing? Daniel Kibrit or someone else? But someone who is blindly following and supporting PM Abiy, and that is definitely Daniel Kibrit could be one of the people represented through a character in this sitcom. So Amhara artists are criticizing Ethiopian PM Abiy through this sitcom. Message is that the Prime Minister has very big ambitions which are not achievable, and he is just giving false hopes, and he is doing something which is not doable, which is not possible. He is not a planner, he just dreams. And there are people around him who praise him, who flatter him, and the PM is not connected with reality on the ground. Interesting episode of this sitcom. Yes, art has been used to send political messages across the world. Dramas, films, songs. Artists have their own way of expressing their political inclination. We could see some dramas produced, sitcoms in support of the Prime Minister too, because I remember when Teddy Asfaw criticized the government and governments and Oromo's position about Addis Ababa. Back then, another artist sang a song in support of PM Abiy. He was all praise for Ethiopian PM Abiy. So we could see some documentary, film, drama produced in support of the government too in coming days, I think. Second, viewers, Wolkait said the interim administration has written a letter to Ethiopian Electricity Authority. Administration is still there, though we have been hearing for months that Ethiopian military has decided to dismantle administration in Raya Koram, Wolkait Sagade. But administration still working, Damak Zadu there, his militia there too, no dismantlement of the administration so far. The administration wants to ensure that Wolkait Sagade power transmission distribution setup remains under Gondar headquarters. For more than a year, there was no electricity in this area. Then electricity was restored, but headquarters was Gondar, not Shire. Now, the letter states that according to some reports, the Ethiopian Electricity Authority is planning to transfer pays of the employees of the Wolkait Sagade Power Authority from Gondar to Shire. So government is objecting, temporary administration, it is objecting, it wants the entire setup of power distribution in Wolkait Sagade, including withdrawing of salaries, etc., to be under Gondar headquarters. We have seen this fight between Tigray, this Wolkait based administration, that both wants the institutions working in the disputed territory to be run from Gondar or Shire. Tigray wants banks, power transmission authority, etc., to be based in Shire, to prove that the zone is part of Shire. Those who support this zone to be part of Amhara, they want headquarters of all organizations to be based in Gondar. And we have seen a few weeks ago a campaign by Tigray activists to boycott a bank. The bank was operating in Wolkait Sagade, but its headquarters was based in Gondar. So, this conflict will continue until there is some final decision about the status of Wolkait. By the way, what is the future? Does government have anything in the pipeline to decide regarding the status of the area, or the issue will remain unresolved, leading to continued tensions between the two sides? Let's see what happens. So far, there is uncertainty. No one clearly knows what is going to happen, when it is going to happen. Thirdly, viewers, Eritrean activists, Eritrean Brigade Nhamedu members who call themselves pro-democracy people, they have been actively participating in relief and humanitarian operations in Israel in support of Israeli people displaced and in support of Israeli forces. Since the 7th of October, we have been seeing fighting between Israeli military and Palestinian fighters, and thousands have been killed on both sides. In the latest heinous attack, more than 500 Palestinians were killed when a hospital came under attack in Gaza last night. That has led to regional international criticism against Israel. Israel is accusing Palestinian groups that they attacked the hospital. Palestinian groups are accusing Israel. Now, Brigade Nhamedu members have been participating in relief operations, because we know that though they say that they live in Israel, so they want to support the people, and they are speaking for humanity. They support, they don't back attacks on civilians. They condemn attacks on civilians on both sides. We know that more than a month ago, around 2 months ago, in Tel Aviv, Israel, there was a deadly clash between Eritrean groups, and that clash led to around 200 people injured on both sides. Police officials, after that, 2 Eritreans were killed in communal violence in Israel. Israeli government took action. It started arrests. It arrested hundreds of people, dozens of people on both sides, and a trial was initiated to deport these Eritreans. Then war broke out. And while Brigade Nhamedu members were in detention facing a trial, Brigade Nhamedu actively participated in relief operations to support Israeli government. That is, maybe Israeli government has now released Brigade Nhamedu members who were in custody. Yesterday, it was confirmed that the released members were received by their comrades in Israel. Pro-government people, have they been released or not? It's not clear. Israeli Eritrean government so far is silent. It has not taken a position about the war. Brigade Nhamedu, by participating in relief operations, sent a message to Israeli government that it is supporting the government to the extent of relief operations, you can say. Though Brigade Nhamedu members are not actively, they're not condemning Hamas attacks. They're not joining the military or militaries. They're not supporting military in terms of provision of intelligence, etc. So, Eritrean government silent. Brigade Nhamedu took advantage of the silence of Eritrean government. They showed their support to Israeli government. So, Brigade Nhamedu members released. Pro-government people are still in custody reportedly.
Ana kalo.